Here's the deal. It's official now that Grubhub is no longer, number one when it comes to side hustles, deliveries. They're not anymore. It's just funny how is change always a good thing? How can this type of change be a good thing? This is a very bad change. This is an awful change. This is an awful change. This is awful. Because guys, I used to hear that phrase that change is always a good thing. But I've always wondered, what would be a good example to use to prove a point that change is not always a good thing. Change is good. Doesn't mean change is a good thing all the time. Change can be good. But in this case, change is absolutely no good because there's a lot of people out there that make a living off working for Grubhub. There's so many of them that make a living off working for Grubhub. And that's not my case, but at some point, I was one of those people that made a living off Grubhub. So tell me that change is good in this instance. It's just fucked up in the floor. This type of change is not good. But it makes you understand that nothing is permanent. Don't plan to work for any of these gig apps forever and ever. Don't set your livelihood of working for this gig app forever and ever because you never know what could happen in the future. And if you base all your life's ambition on working for, Grubhub and DoorDash and all these other companies, you're setting yourself up for failure. You definitely want to like it in the meantime, but for the most part, you definitely don't want to plan a life's career. You can build a fan base of, being a social media content creator, and your niche could be, Grubhub or DoorDash or any of those companies, but you want to slowly transition into something else that's more permanent, that's more you. Because a lot of people are helping these companies promote for little to nothing. Before, when companies wanted to advertise, they would pay big money to advertise. But now content creators help these companies like DoorDash and Uber Eats. They help them advertise for free. There's so many people out there that got their job working for DoorDash just because they watched a video that someone who makes content for DoorDash, as their social media platform stuff did. I was one of them, but I knew about them already, So you definitely don't want to. We're helping this company so much, and they literally spit on people's face. Like they've gotten so big because of what all the videos that people who make content on social media for them made. But how do they pay back? They spit on their faces. Grubhub has absolutely proven that these companies are not worth your respect. Paying $8 per order is just not cool, and it's really dropped, and it's deteriorating. But as the old saying goes, one door closes and another door opens. So if Grubhub, is no longer, the king of the town, definitely, there's going to be something else, another door that opens up. Maybe it's time to innovate. Maybe it's time to start working on your shit, on what you do and what you love to do. So you don't put all your life's ambition on this stuff. That's why I try to make sure that when I work for these companies, I try to make sure that I look as uncommitted to it as much as possible. Look, I have on a hat. Okay, I have on a hat, and I have on a hat, and I have an e-bike that's not big. So people actually just think that I'm riding around just having fun. Some people look at me as a guy who just rides around. Like I just ride around doing, Maybe some people think I'm doing nothing, but then later on they see me with a bag. But that's the life I like, you know. I don't like to look like fucking the Terminator. Look like the fucking Terminator with all the gears, all the helmets, you know, this guy's ready to die for this gig apps. I don't like that look, you know, so I'm trying to stay away from that as much as possible. That's why I don't drive the scooters, because if I drove the scooters, I would look like I'm like really fucking committed to this shit. And I don't want to look like I'm committed to this shit. I want to look like I'm just fucking chilling. So guys, Grubhub is no longer. If Grubhub is all you work for, then you're gonna have to work more. I mean, there was once a time when if you worked for, there was once upon a time that if you worked for Grubhub, sometimes just in a 2-hour window, you would possibly be able to rack up at least maybe $80 in like 2 hours, or even $100. Because the way the algorithm works is, oh, this guy got an order for $26. Here's another order for $33. Let's give it to the same guy. Oh, this guy just got an order for $40. Here's another order for $55. Let's give it to the same guy. So that's how the algorithm works. So that's why, you know, it could really favor you sometimes when you just start a shift and, you know, they send you a big order, because lo and behold, you just dropped off an order for $20. And here comes another one for like 25, for like 30, 33, for, you know, and all this, it favors you. That's when the going was good. But now it's like totally changed. It's like from $8 to, I got one for $15 the other day, but it was just this space from the time I got it, that one for $15 to like, it's like a very long time I had one, even that amount. So it's no longer what it used to be. And I guess, you know, we're just gonna have to adapt to that shit. Adapt to it, you know, adapt. I said adopt. Adapt to it. So for the most part, guys, I'll say work on other things. You know, don't put your life's ambition on gig apps. But sometimes you might be in a situation where that's all you got. That's all you can do. That's all you can muster. Because things are hard. Rent price is pretty high, especially in San Francisco. So when the price of rent is pretty high, you don't have a choice sometimes but just to work lots of hours and pay your bills. When the price of rent is pretty high, sometimes you don't have a choice but to work a lot of hours and pay your bills. So a lot of people find themselves in that situation where they're just like racking a lot of work hours and they can't really get up that hamster wheel. You know, you work 80 hours in 1 week, you pay the rent, and you have 3 more weeks to go to rack up that, to you know, save up that rent money, and plus save up other money for other expenses. Things happen that you didn't plan for. Now you have to pay more money for that. So all this stuff, you know, it affects you. So a lot of people are in hamster wheels, regardless of race, regardless of color. We can act like, oh, this color is good, but I see a lot of people who are in hamster wheels regardless of race. So it affects us all, you know. So not everyone had that luxury to just transition from gig apps to something else. And when you get, you know, addicted to that lifestyle of being able to just choose your own hours, the whole 9-to-5 thing really doesn't work for you that much anymore, because you realize that, hey, you know, you like that idea of being free, being able to go from one city to another, being able to go from one town to another, and just start working. You know, I was in San Jose the other day, I just turned on the app, you know, like, that's freedom, you know, and, you know, the government doesn't like that, so they try to, you know, change that up and bring rules. That's why Prop 22 came along, and ever since it came along, it's affected Grubhubbers like really bad. Grubhubber, bigger hubber. Where the fuck did I come from? Hubba. So guys, for the most part, man, peace, guys. It was cool making this video. I loved it. It was empowering. I want to give you guys this information. There's another app I'm starting to explore now. It's called the Steady app. I've not been able to like really get into it, but from the reviews, I heard that, you know, it's really, really lucrative, and a lot of people gave a lot of positive reviews. Like, I didn't see any 1-star or 2 stars, so I definitely, you know, would recommend this app to anyone. So, peace, guys. It's your boy Kenny coming back with another one.